Good evening, as it's always evening when we're here. I'm building my loom, and I'm building it with you guys because you are the YouTube audience. Fireworks and all that lot. Right. As you can see, colourful spaghetti everywhere. Yep. There is the loom A and the loom B here. Okay. Now, this moves into the car. The car is a mess at the minute. However, I have put all this slack on this here. These are 2.5 meters long. More than enough. Yeah. So this runs all the way to here. This gives me enough room if I want to place it there, on top there, outside the dash, inside the glove box, whatever. It's able to work with. I've moved this to here. This is where the edge of the bung's going to be. Sorry, this is where the edge of the bung's going to be. Now, I'm currently going through all this here. Alright. So, these are my aux. The aux outputs, I believe. 1 to 10. These are my knock sensors. Knock 1 and 2. Yep. I'm going to start separating all this so I know what's what and what's where, and I'll get back to you shortly. Hi all. Right, so this is weird, so I'm doing it on my phone. Right, so it started. The loom. Right, so how I've done it, let me just take this off. How I've done it, I have segregated it. As I said to you before, I've done 3 feet from the bulkhead hole to the ECU. Yeah, I've got bits that go inside the car, spare bits, quite a few, which hopefully that'll dwindle. But these are the bits that go inside the car. The ECU's there, wiring, and comes in to the engine bay. And this red, white, and red is where the bulkhead begins. So I'll have the how do I put it? I'll have the rubber grommet coming out of there. I've just measured off my injector wires. This I still all need to add 12 volt to. However, I'm measuring it off now, and then I'll add the 12 volt after. Here is my main portion of said loom for the car. Yeah, we'll do this. This is my main portion of said loom for the car. Ow, sorry, I just sneezed. And this is all separated off to how and where it should run. So, for example, this and this, VVTI and the ground, and these bits are all separated over a separate sort of loom-ish. Separate sort of, sorry, I'm going to sneeze again. No, I'm not. Separate sort of loom. And then here, all in falls the knock sensors and ground and such other things. And this is for IAC, TPS, everything. So I'm going to measure all these off, trim them off, and we will see how it goes. And then I'll add my 12 volts and everything else that I need to add. Sound. Hello. Right, so we're learning lessons as we're going. So I have a 3-pin oil pressure sensor and a 3-pin fuel pressure sensor, and what you need for those are digital inputs. So, as I said, I'll probably be coming back to these, which turns out I am. So I don't need these, I know that. A-loom is pretty much up there. And now I'll have to go through these. Now, I know that the extras from the core packs aren't needed. I have digital inputs everywhere. What I might do to make my life easier is, I am recording this on my phone, so I have had to just check my IOs list. I would use my GoPro, but my memory card's full, and I need to take it back home to empty it, make the last video. So I need grey and green, and grey and yellow, which will be these two, and these two are going to come up here, please. And these two are going to now feed have the digital input from the oil pressure and the fuel pressure, which is all grand and gravy. Right. As I'm going through, I will be checking more and more, and making sure that everything is fine and dandy. On that, next jobby after this will be idler control valve, which we're going to check on it. I believe it's a stepper motor, so it needs 5 volts constant, and then it gets the airflow from the map and so on and so forth. Yeah, man. Good evening. Come back to the vlog. This evening, and like every other evening, we're going to do bits of the process, yeah? So this evening's bit of the process is wiring. I'm going to get it set up on the bench, but the bench needs to be, how do I put this? The bench needs to be clean, so... Would you look at that? I mean, it's just a quick tidy, move it off the desk, because I use this to do a bit of welding on every now and again. Don't look at that. Right, but as it goes, shall we? Yeah. So as it goes, I'll pick up in fact, come with me. We'll work this out together, shall we? So I've got all this crap. I'll just shift that temporarily onto the couch. I've got that can go in there. Don't look at my address. That will go there. And would you look at that? There's the wiring then. Right. This evening we're gonna continue off where we left off, and I hadn't been recording it on my phone, on my GoPro. I've been recording it on my mobile phone. That is. So we've got ECU there. There's two 12 volt bars not being used. All the bits that are being used. Right, so on this. Oh no! You fell over. Are you alright, my guy? Bit of a tumble you took there. Stay. Right. So, how I'm going to work this is I'm going to put a mount on the inside of there, and we're going to face down like this, and we can look through as I'm going. Sound good? Good. Right, so I found my crimp tools. Yeah, little copper crimps, or brass crimps. I think they're more copper, and we'll take off just enough to get onto there. Now this is, I believe, .22 gauge, and this is 14 gauge, and I'm running it to here. All this will be fused at the back off a bigger So that's the boost controller. And then, well, give me a moment. What I am going to do is work out from this now, and I'll preset the few that are coming off of there for what the 12 volt is on this. So I'll be back. Right, so as much as I'd love to do this off a sub harness, from what I can gather, the person who built it previous did it for an EMU black, which allows all, well, basically what he's done is put all the signals into 3 coils from what I'm gathering, because where I'm pulling this off here, say for example, and I'm guessing because 3 is meant to be your 12 volt, and I'm hunting that, and that 12 volt comes through as a signal, but from the diagram I have found on the coils, so no, that's 5 pin, 4 pin, 1 second. I will get a better 4 pin, that's 5 pin, 4 pin. Right, so 1, yeah, so pin 1, we'll take this one, pin 1 is this one, and that's meant to be a 12 volt ground. I'll show you, it's this one here. It's meant to be a 12 volt, right, which, that's great and all, but, 1 second, because he's also twisted the coils, right, so, one is your 12 volt, yeah, which is good, yeah, so that's 12 volt, right. Right, so as I've guessed, he's done 3 12s, no, tell a lie, 2 12s and several grounds, which we can work from that. But I know for a fact he's done 2 12 volts, and he's done each one of the pins individually for the signal to the back. So I'm going to order one of these, and we'll come back to this, and we'll keep this. So I'm going to pin off 3 12 volt lives for that and work it from there. But for now, this. So, realise that if I don't crimp them here, then I will more than likely get it wrong. So I'm doing it here. I'm going to go back onto a time lapse, and this is going to be a lot of this, and this, but I'll stop and explain it as each time lapse comes. Right? So, it is home time in the unit now. What a shame. So round up the evening, I have wired the TPS, the intake air temp, the fuel pressure sensor, but I need to rewire that because I did it a bit too long. Speaking of, there's the plug. We'll plug that into the sensor so I don't bloody lose it. I need to do the rest of it, obviously. I'm going to get it all, so every plug I can get on is on. I would be half tempted to just hardwire the coils in as well. But that means... I don't know. I might hardwire the coils in. But it'd just be nice to have it on a sub-harness. So I'll have a look at how much those plugs are and I'll go from there. But as much as the colourful spaghetti is, it's coming together. Like I said, I've done the injectors. This is all me crimping this on. This takes ages. And I'm working around all the bits I've already done, which is silly of me. I might pull the loom back a little to give me a bit of working room, just to say. But all this is going to be slipped in anyway and stuff, and that'll come in round and down there. These will be gone anyway. In fact, I can snip them off now. We'll do that together. I borrowed these labels from work, and big hints on the borrowed, but they come in really handy. 1 second, sorry, I'm just doing this. See, unfortunately, as you notice with all like big YouTubers, they have the guy with a camera, the mate that comes round, he's like, yeah, and all the rest of it. To be honest, all my mates live elsewhere, either down south, up north, all the rest of it. My other friends, i.e. Jack, is, I don't know, I think he might be taking a hiatus. He's got some spicy new wheels as of recent, but he's, again, wiring. He's done his main power lead from this little red nubbin thing here. He's slowly getting there, but like, again, his is coming all in the back here. It's going to be tucked and tidy, and he's got 2 cables that have to come around here, but other than that, that's it. Yeah, just slowly making progress. I wish I could be like a full-time YouTuber. I just don't have the money. But yeah, and then I've got knock sensors to do as well. But I think I'm gonna buy the Bosch donut ones, because it'll just make my life easier. I need to do my boost, no, my oil temp and pressures, which are oil pressure and oil temp, or temps, or no, that's engine coolant temp. Again, what I'm doing is I'm working from here and snipping off what I need and what I don't need. Lovely. And then we get rid of that. This, I'm going to see if I can save, but I doubt it, so I'll just work it from there. This I need to keep though. This is too small for the hole in question anyway. I think I just hate it when that's the thing. But I'm going to give it a quick tidy, go home, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye. As you can see, colourful spaghetti.